My name is Jimmy Apple. I am a 22-year paramedic, with 19 of that being in 911 and the last 3 or so years being in neonatal and pediatric critical care. I am also an online educator. I have social media channels, the EMS Avengers social media channels on all the major social media channels, and have a podcast as well devoted to evidence-based medicine, best practice, inspirational content. The biggest misconception is simply the teaching that kids are not little adults. How we classify patients by their developmental stage has nothing to do with the care that we offer them, because the emergency care required in almost all pathologies and emergencies overlaps between all of those stages of development. And so we end up stigmatizing them and terrifying providers by saying, this is not your regular type of patient. This is, this is a patient that if you look at them the wrong way, they're going to explode. And that's just simply not how pediatric care works. Pediatric emergency care is just emergency care. So they are way behind the 8 ball the moment they walk in there because of the way we have structured pediatric education. You have to drill on them just like you would drill on anyone else. And this is going to be a throughput through all of this, which is that if you are going to turn away from it, then of course you're not going to be prepared. I think we're all familiar with cardiology, and we all wish we knew more about cardiology, but the thing is that we all also admit that and pursue those resources. I cannot tell you how many times somebody has asked me, hey, what's a good resource in cardiology? What's a good book? What's a good class that you can take? I mean, people go out and they pursue it because they don't know enough about it. But if you say the word pediatrics, they run screaming. And so the way to confront that is simply to educate yourself like you would on anything else that you're deficient in. Think about the CEs that you have to get at the end of your cycle for your national registry. And you have to get so many hours in respiratory, so many hours in cardiology, so many hours in trauma and operations. And all of those hours are devoted to those specific emergencies and pathologies and the multiple etiologies within them. But then you have only X amount of hours for pediatrics, but all of the subcategories within pediatrics. So you don't get near the amount of time that you should spend with pediatric respiratory emergencies that you would with generalized respiratory in your CE hours. Same thing with trauma. It's all broken down into time slots that just don't work as far as developing competency. And so we need to take pediatrics out of it, and it needs to be incorporated into adult education with obvious caveats during that education. A greater issue within EMS is that we don't have a lot of training in de-escalation, and we don't have a lot of training in communication and diplomacy. And having that incorporated into our education, and this goes to the greater topic of that paramedics should probably be getting degrees at this point, because it incorporates things into your skill set that your simple anatomy and physiology and pharmacology didactics don't speak to, which is communication and de-escalation. And there is an art to getting a parent on your side. And the art to that is communicating with them right off the bat. And we have to understand that things are not what they were back when EMS started, back in the early 70s, where every single medical provider was essentially trusted by the public. And we have a lot of skepticism of science and health practices right now. And so not only are you getting just that helicopter parent, but you're getting the helicopter parent that doesn't believe in vaccines or medications or modern science or pharmacology or anything. And so it is very important to start off with trust. And so you start off with talking to the parent, not the patient, unless it's so critical that you need to get hands on the patient. But you talk to the parent and say, my name is Jimmy. I'm a paramedic. I am here to take care of your child and help them get them back to where you want to be, and with your cooperation. So I want you to know I'm not going to do anything that you don't want me to do, and I will communicate with you this whole time. But I do need a certain amount of trust here, as far as some things that need to be done in the moment. But let's make sure we're working together to get little Johnny or little Jane restored back to health. Conversations like that, I mean, not everyone may be able to communicate like that, but conversations like that are very important to getting a parent on your side. There's people that really don't know how to communicate with kids or like interact with kids. That can be a big hang up with providers. And in those situations, the thing to do is just to communicate with them straight up. Don't use kiddie voices or get cute if you're really not comfortable talking like that. The kids respect you speaking to them straight up like you would with an adult, as long as they can understand what you're saying. They do respect that, and they can smell when you're faking it. And so don't fake it. You don't pretend that you're Santa Claus or Blippi or one of those characters on TV. Just be a competent provider, and they will sense that you are coming in with confidence and treating them with respect and dignity.